Howdy ho, howdy ho, howdy ho, ladies and gentlemen. So we're shutting down for the night. We're in Louisiana, I-20 exit 49, M-I-D-E-N, Louisiana. So what I'm going to do is, I went ahead and did a post trip already. So I decided to grab my camera, and at nighttime I do a much more thorough post-trip inspection, because my sense of awareness is a lot more focused. I don't have a lot going on during the daytime to get my attention, and then at nighttime I can light up certain things so I can see certain things. So I'm gonna point out some things on this truck that we're gonna get taken care of. And if you have a truck, or whether you're a company driver or you own your own truck, this is things you need to know, because at the end of the day, even if someone else owns the truck, you out here on the road in these trucks. So you need to have a sense of security when you out here driving. Depends on where you are, what time of year it is, also your conditions that you're in. So let's go through a more thorough night inspection. I got my light. It's also good, you make sure you invest in a really good light. So this one here, this is a K12 by ENBO, Nebo. So it's a really nice light. Very powerful. Let me check it out. Bam, bam, shazam. So it's a very powerful light. Only thing about this light here is you gotta be very careful, because if you have it somewhere and you accidentally cut it on, it will catch whatever you got on fire. So it gets very hot. Okay. So here we go. So we're walking through, and this is what I like about a nighttime inspection. You can see things will stand out, especially oil leaks, water leaks. Certain stuff you'll see will stick out more than anything. If it's something that y'all see that I don't mention, please hit me up in the comments. So it's going to the shop in a couple of days, because I'm going to replace. I've been replacing lines that go out, but now it's leaking pretty good, and you can see the line is leaking. See that one back there that has the oil residue? So that's the one that's leaking now. But I got a check engine light on that's in there, and I may not replace that. And I just may go ahead and replace that whole thing once again. And I just may go ahead and replace that one line again. But the only thing about I keep replacing it is my lines are getting shorter and shorter. So they're getting shorter and shorter. So I'm running out of extra line. Every time I replace one, the line gets shorter and shorter. So I'm gonna see what's the best synopsis to do that. And I may just go ahead and replace that one again myself, and go ahead and order that piece there. I may just go ahead and order that piece, that whole piece. But at some point, these lines need to be redone, replaced. But I don't know, because right now I'm at over 900,000 miles, so you know. But anyway, let's get back on tip. So I'm gonna replace these belts. You can see the white lining. Well, I got this light and trying to hold the camera at the same time. Okay, I'm sorry. But you can see the white stripes and so you know it's time to replace them. So those are about a couple years old, so I'm gonna put some new ones. I got some spares in the truck, but I'm gonna put some new ones on, so I'm gonna order those. And once again, see some oil residue back there, see on that right there, but I just had a new clutch put in here, so I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. So we always just seeing what we can see. We're just seeing what we can see. We're just seeing what we can see. See the back of that back there, got some oil residue back there. Could be some blowback. I think I'm going to replace the I'm going to put new airbags and shocks back here again. I think these probably about 2-3 years old. So we'll see. Those pretty good. Maybe I just replace the shocks. But I'll go ahead and order some new airbags for those as well too, and the shocks. Okay. Now you can see how these tires are cupping like crazy. Can you see the discoloration? How they're cupping? But I got these tires from Tire Mart, so they were basically cheap tires. So I tried them out, and never again. Never again. And like I said, we got, well, not like I said, new airbags, new shocks, 3 wheel axle alignment. So but they cupping like crazy. And also checking for, I'll get the guys to check the because sometimes unless you see oil back here, you can have you still can have inner wheel seals leaks. So I got spares in the back. So you also want to check and make sure there's nothing leaking back here as well too. Then also checking the brakes, the padding, checking the padding and everything. If something that jumps out at you, you'll see it. It'll jump out. If something broken, you'll see it. It'll leap out at you. So I don't have those to break. Leaf springs break. And then the hub oil, you see it leaking like crazy. But that was already like that when I picked it up. So. And once again, if it's something that crazy, it'll really stick out at you. And then if you're not sure, you can grab one of these other truckers that's real cool, and they'll explain what it is. The answer is always out here for the most part. You got some guys that really know their stuff, and they can get you right on point. But I also like to get at least 2 of the same answers, 2 to 3 of the same answers in a row before I take it to be the gospel. So I'm just going through real quickly. Ooh, this stuff smells so bad. Golly, that chemical smells so bad. It will take your breath away. Anyway, hub seal's good to go. You see the cupping. See, these are, and I replaced them with these tires here, so I'm gonna go back and get a couple more of these, much better tires. I went with the Firestone. So I'm gonna go back and get, in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna throw 2 over there, and I'm gonna come back and get 2 more over here, and then we'll go from there. So the company I'm getting them back, they buying these back off from me, so we're good to go. Then I'm gonna put a virgin tire back here for the winter. This tire's here still good, but a lot of places like Love's, if you do have a flat, if it's not a virgin tire, they won't put it on. So I usually keep a virgin tire back there. So this came off the front. So once again, got some extra diff. Once again, trying to find something that stands out like crazy. Make sure there's no cracks and holes in your exhaust. So it's always something. Always something. Look, that. See how rusted those are? They ain't been taken out since and forever. So when they do go, if they do go out, I gotta replace all those, even the straps. And I may go ahead and order them in advance. I'll probably go ahead and order all those in advance so I have it. And even once I sell it, or whatever we decide to do with this, I'll pass it on to the new owner. Or if one of the kids decide they want to keep it or whatever. So I got some leakage back there, see the stain back there, so definitely in the future looking at putting new gaskets on all this stuff. So one of my co-workers, he just did an overhaul on his truck. It cost him like $40,000, but his truck had 1.7 million miles on it. So he said he was driving on borrowed time, made plenty of money. He threw it in, put it in the shop. It took about a couple of months to get it done because they couldn't find parts. So once again, if you are thinking about overhauling your truck and you got an older truck, you want to start getting your parts, as much parts. And even with this, my truck here, this is a 2013, and I always find I have extra parts like crazy, so I'm always buying extra parts. And I talk to the mechanics at Volvo to find out what parts are they finding hard to find, and I go ahead and get them. So that's basically it. That's it. So I did like a quick walkthrough. Once again, hope you enjoyed that. Look at his ugly face. Give me your face. Be great. Boop boop.